Hey everyone! How are you? I see you guys are here to. Well, you guys are gonna see me draw today. Dominix, welcome. We're gonna be doing art today. Yes, we are gonna continue the thing we're doing every Friday now. We are going to be drawing VTubers as weapons. DJ, why did you stop the music? Is there something with the Is there something wrong with YouTube again? Oh my god, yes there is. Yeah, YouTube has been a little wonky lately when it comes to music and stuff, so I don't even know what the hell's going on with YouTube. But hey, at the very least, we can literally just draw today. Yeah, we're gonna be doing art. However, as to which VTuber are we gonna draw today, that remains a mystery. And there is a reason why. Because I placed the VTubers on a wheel full of names, and that's exactly what I'm gonna be doing. Yes, we are going to be doing art. We are going to be doing what people nowadays fail to do because they rely simply on AI. We're gonna be doing art. I do art by my hand. So yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing. However, let me go to my little corner so that you guys can see what the hell am I gonna do. Let me go ahead and place a square and AI is BS for real. Oh yeah, it is. Like I always said it, chat. Like when it comes to art and all that stuff, AI is impressively stupid because okay, sure, you can get the details of the body and stuff, but you can never replicate hands, or feet, or God forbid, literally other parts of a background, which is stupid. Like, why the hell? Why rely on AI when I can just do art myself? Like the hell. All right, chat. Here's what we're gonna do. Do you see this? This is what we're gonna be doing tonight. We got a lot of names here. And depending on which name pops up, we're gonna make a weapon based on that VTuber. So we have last time we did Nanoless, and you guys actually showed a lot of support on it on Twitter. So far we got on the names we have remaining Dempa Darling, Apricot, Kenji, Shy Lily, Lian Lai, Sayu, Zikos, K9 Kuro, Kurisu or Kuriko. Oh wait, that's me. Sen, Booby, Loot Tentacles, Chacha your V-Mom, and of course, my one and only Oshi, Iron Mouse. AI can't do hands for shit or mouths for that matter. True. And the thing about AI is that their mouths always end up extremely fucky. It's just like to me, whenever I see AI, I always go like, "Ugh, what are you doing? You could improve. You could show that the indomitable human spirit can do art instead of relying on a machine to do it for you." Chat, I know this is gonna sound extremely unhinged, and I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna fucking clip it. But if there is one thing I saw from one short is that the next time you draw something, you post it on Twitter, and then someone goes ahead and says, I can do better with AI. I'm a real artist. The only right option at that point is just to grab their profile picture and draw them pregnant. I'm sorry, it's as unhinged as it is, but it's the truth. It's the only way to get them to back off. Oh my god. What have I become? No, but would I actually do it? AI is terrible for the environment. Oh yeah, AI is extremely bad. I say that maybe AI is the same exact shit as NFTs in the fact that they both harm the environment, which is horrid, absolutely dreadful. We should publicly shame people who use AI. To be honest. Instead of picking up a pencil and becoming goaded, they choose to rely on a machine to do the dirty work for them. And then they say that, oh yeah, I did this. It's like, no, no, motherfucker, the machine did that for you. So, here's what we're gonna do, chat. You guys see this huge ass list? We are gonna be shuffling these names, and we are going to be making a weapon depending on the name that we get. Oh my god, I hope I do not get... I hope I don't get Zen or else I'm fucked. Because in the case of Zen, I'm gonna have to make not one, not two, but 3 weapons. A lot of people do shame them, and it's well deserved. Oh yeah, definitely, I agree. If there is one other thing that I also learned about people who use AI, is that one, they really do not care for artists. 2, they're extremely reckless when it comes to stealing art. And lastly, they're all racist assholes. No, really, they do. All of them are. I remember once that I got my art stolen by an AI artist on Twitter, and then they proceeded to call me every type of slur. They called me an N-word. I'm talking. They called me an N-word with a hard R just because I'm Puerto Rican. How well it went for them is that they actually got banned from the platform. So yeah, who do you think won that fight? Definitely not the AI artist, if you can even call them an artist to begin with. All people who use AI are Redditors, basically. Oh, I think they're worse than Redditors, actually. I feel that people who use AI, I'm gonna say it, I feel that people who use AI are worse than people on Reddit and 4chan combined. Definitely worse than those. Alright, chat, here we go. Which name am I going to get on the wheel? Please, anything but Zen. I really don't want to make 3 weapons today. Oh, by the way, hi, I'm playing the Final Fantasy PSP fighting game. EKL7, welcome in. I see you're playing Dissidia. Hope you're enjoying Dissidia. I heard it's pretty fucking good. Alright, chat. Are you guys ready to see what name we're gonna get today? Because I am not ready in the slightest. Please do not be Zen. Alright, I close my eyes. I'm not seeing who it is. Please, anyone but Zen. Anybody but Zentreya, please. I don't want to make 3 weapons today. Chat, what did I get? What did I get? Please tell me I didn't get Zen. Oh, it's still moving. I heard it. Okay, what did I get? Kenji! Alright! Well, I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this one. Okay. So, today's VTuber that I'm gonna be making fan art of is gonna be Kenji. Just barely? What do you mean just barely? Wait a minute. Oh my god! Oh god, I can see why. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my god, it's a good thing I didn't. Oh my god. Chada, that was a close one, I'm not gonna lie. That was a really fucking close one. Holy shit. Oh my god. I am so glad. I'm so glad we didn't get Zen. Because if we got Zen on that list, we would have had to make 3 weapons, chat. But we got Kenji instead. Okay, I think I have an idea of what am I gonna do for Kenji's artwork, for Kenji's weapon. Let me turn this off for a minute. It almost landed on Zen. I was sweating. Dude, I literally covered my eyes because I wanted to keep it as a surprise. I'm like, please, anyone but Zen. Like, I already did an artwork for Zen, so I would have made another one pretty much, but the thing is, I already have a plan. I already know exactly what I'm going to be making for Zentreya's artwork. But I really do not want to make 3 weapons today. So, for context, Zentreya has 3 different weapons. Well, 3 different VTuber models. And yeah, I was going to have to make a weapon for each of those models. And for the weapon of choice that I was thinking for her was a katana. I was going to make Zen katanas. But, alright, let's see. Let us see Kenji. Let us see our boy Kenji. If it landed on Zen, I would have so clipped that. Oh my god. No! That would have been horrible. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Alright, let me pop up. Let me pop up Clip Studio Paint. Alright, we got the thing. Did someone tag me on freaking? Oh no, oh yeah, they did. Oh no, it's someone going live, never mind. Okay, so let me go to Clip Studio first and foremost. And I also have to adjust the sizing on the artwork itself because I need more space. All right. So what we are going to be doing today, chat. Let me wait a minute. There we go. What we are going to be doing, chat, before we make the weapon, we need to make. Please don't land on Zen. Lands on Zen. Fuck. Literally. Yeah, that would have been my reaction exactly. Alright, so before we actually start doing Kenji's weapon, we need to make sure exactly what we're getting ourselves into. So Kenji VTuber. What type of VTuber is he? Son Kenji. I think Kenji's design is based on Sun Wukong, I think. Character design, affiliation, channel, social media. Height, tall. Okay, I don't need to know the zodiac signs and stuff. Jesus Christ. Background, trivia. Okay, so based on the aesthetic that Kenji's model has, I can see that it's kind of reminiscent of that of Sun Wukong. Ooh, this is actually useful. Hold on a second. Okay, this is actually useful. So chat, here, check this out. This is Kenji's how should I say? This is his character model. So we can use this as reference. And what's good about this one is that it actually has the color palette for us to use, which is pretty fucking cool. So we know that in the case of Sun Wukong, when it comes to Chinese wait, is Wukong Chinese? Yeah, he is Chinese. And the thing about Wukong is that he uses a baton. He uses this two-sided baton. So I feel that we should make a weapon based off that. Sheesh, why he fine though? I mean, he's a pretty cool VTuber, not gonna lie. Look at that. This motherfucker stylish as fuck. Look at him. All right, so we got the reference. Now we need to get. Okay, so that's the character. That's the character. The character design. But you guys haven't even seen the character model yet. Wait till you guys see the character model. The model is cooler. If I can find a character model. That fit is clean. Yes, it is. Motherfucker looks cool. Like, out of all the VTubers that I have seen, design-wise, this is one of the coolest VTubers that I've seen. And he doesn't even need to be like a... How should I say? Oh, I want to be a cat VTuber. Oh, I want to be a fox VTuber. Nah. This motherfucker literally based off Sun Wukong. Oh yeah, and he also did a model review. I think it was years ago, actually. But I wish I could honestly wish I could find. I might need to look him up. Oh yeah, check him out. He's a big VTuber, by the way. He's independent, but he's one of the big VTubers out there. So yeah, what I'm saying is good luck talking in chat because this chat is gonna be jam-packed. But yeah, he's pretty cool. He's very fucking cool. Alright, let me... Okay, I think I found a good reference for his character motto. Okay, we got a close-up. Nice. Okay, so... This is what a character looked like. Look at that. Oh, that looks cool. Holy. Okay, maybe not tilted sideways. I don't want the picture to be tilted sideways because we need it for a reference. All right, this is what his character model looks like, chat. Like, this is the character design on the left, and on the right is the character model. It is such a high quality model. Although I don't although even though he has this sick ass character model, he always uses one that is memeable instead a lot of the time. Oh, there's another one. Okay, we can use that. Here's another character model, another mood board, if you will. This one is a little bit more detailed, by the way. A little bit more modern, if you say so myself. So we know that from this one, from this character model, he has like the two-sided baton. So we need to find a weapon that is reminiscent of that. So we know for a fact that if we turn this motherfucker into a weapon, it's gonna be a two-sided baton. Just like the one that Sun Wukong uses in Chinese mythology. The derp-eyed... Yep, that's that one. The fucking doodle fucker. Alright. Sun Wukong weapon. Alright, let's take a look at what his weapon looked like. Okay. Ooh, wait a minute. Okay. I'm looking at Wukong's wait a minute. Oh, right. There was a... I almost forgot the game itself. Black Myth Wukong. Yeah. Let me see his weapon in Black Myth. Oh, that looks awesome. There's a lot of iterations on how Wukong's weapon looks like. I want to find one that looks cool. But we need to turn the weapon into Kenji's aesthetic. That's what we need to do. Because the thing is, the reason why I came up with this idea in order to turn VTubers into weapons is because one day I remember that I watched this anime called Soul Eater. And I remember that in Soul Eater, there was characters that turned themselves into weapons whenever they had to fight. So I was like, huh, what if everybody got the Soul Eater treatment and got turned into weapons instead? So that's when the idea came. And I said, you know what? I should turn VTubers into weapons. So let me see. Is this a cool ass? Oh, wait a minute. Okay, that looks cool. I think we can actually use this one. Yeah, look at this, chat. This is the weapon that we're working with. A two-sided baton. Granted, it's not gonna have all of these freaking details because my god. That's gonna be a lot. I cast gun, prepare to meet God. Well, here's the problem, chat. When it comes to Sun Wukong, you cannot kill that motherfucker because Sun Wukong is literally immortal. Well, okay, scratch that. He's not just immortal, he's 10 times immortal. So good luck killing the first layer of immortality. The only god that could ever defeat Wukong was none other than Buddha himself. It was the only god that could actually defeat Wukong. And when it comes to humans, I think the only human that could actually go toe-to-toe with Sun Wukong was Erlang Sheng. But yeah, that is mythology for ya. That's a ancient Chinese mythology for ya. This weapon also looks pretty cool. We can use this one. And just like the last time when we made Nanoless's weapon, we also have to take a look at the weapon's measurements as well. So what I'm doing usually is that I am taking some real life items and I am taking a look at the measurements of said item. I'm pretty sure you just get 7 layers of immortality in just the game itself. My god, 7 layers in the game? Not even all 10? Damn. I haven't played Black Myth Wukong. I should play it someday. I heard it's pretty good. But yeah, I should definitely play Black Myth. Okay, chat, this is what we got to work with currently. I think I also saw another artwork for Kenji that we can use. Okay, that's actually pretty fucking cool. What the hell? Literally under his shoes, it's so cool that under his shoes it's literally monkey paws. That's cool. I'm telling you, Chad, this is one of the coolest designs I've ever seen. Okay, I found another artwork that we can use for reference, and as I'm seeing here, he does have the monkey motif. So let me reduce the size of this real quick, because at least we know exactly what weapon we're gonna be using. Check this out, chat. Check this artwork. Check this out, chat. This is so fucking cool. I want to know who is the artist who did this artwork. That looks sick. Yo. And he riding on a flaming nimbus cloud. That's fucking. Nah, this motherfucker cool. I don't care what anybody says. Chat, look at this shit. Look at this. He's got monkeys all over the place. He got a dragon chasing him, and he's riding on a flaming nimbus cloud. That's so cool. And the monkeys all have fire on their hair too, with different colors. That's so fun. That is cool. I really want to know who was the artist behind this, because I may actually commission said artist in the future, assuming I have the budget to do so. It's hard to fit 10 different ways to be immortal in one game, because, not a spoiler, you start as powerless in Black Myth Wukong. Yeah, that's the thing. Sun Wukong was not immortal immediately. Later in the story, that's when he became 10 times immortal. Granted, until Buddha had to put a stop to him. But yeah, 7 layers of immortality. That's so funny. Even in the game, by the way, like, you start as a powerless Wukong, but then you get the powers. But anyway, chat, at least we have an idea of what we want to do with Kenji's design. We know that it's a two-sided baton, as you can see here. This is the baton from Black Myth Wukong. As you can see, he has the baton here. Although this one is a simple design. This baton over here is extremely simple. But I feel like we should give it something, anything. I feel like drawing the monkeys is gonna be extremely hard. I've never done a monkey. I have never drawn a monkey in my life, at all. Like, at all, chat. Alright, two-sided baton. Alright, let me see if there's any other design that looks cool for a two-sided baton. Okay, fuck it. Baton. Is it even called a baton? A two-sided staff. Okay, yeah, it's a staff. I confused it with a baton. I am so stupid. Or is it still called a baton? I'm not so sure. We're not gonna make it. We're not gonna make the baton be a sharp weapon. It has to be a blunt weapon, because that's what it is. Wukong's weapon. Yeah, that's the one from Black Myth Wukong, but I want to see other Wukong weapons. Yeah, they're literally all batons. Literally every single one. So, okay, I see. Some of them are sharp weapons. Some of them are blunt weapons. Okay, you know what? That's actually pretty cool. What the heck? I think that I remember another. Oh yeah, Smite. I remember that Smite had Sun Wukong in it. Also, Smite's Wukong weapon also is extremely simple, but it is not, how should I say? It is very simple, but it's effective as well. Oh, maybe we can use the Smite version too. Like, you start as, can I kill this enemy? Then end as, I have 25 different ways to kill this enemy. Which should I pick? Yeah, which of these styles do I choose to literally Make my enemy's life a living hell. That is so funny. Alright, let me see if I can find a weapon. Let me see if I can find a 3D model of Sun Wukong's weapon. Smite Sun Wukong weapon 3D model. Because if I could actually find the 3D weapon of I could actually find the 3D weapon of Anubis once, so okay, I can't seem to find it. That's a bummer. Oh, okay, it's called a Chinese combat staff. Oh. That's all you have to say, Google. Combat staff. Yeah, there it is. I'll find different types of staffs. And I'm seeing that some of them are sharp and some of them are blunt. But in the case of Wukong, it has to be blunt. If it ain't blunt, I don't want it. And I'm not talking about the greens. I'm talking about the weapon. Okay, let's see here. Actually, yeah, we can take a look at the 3D model. Yeah, the 3D model itself is, yeah, that's literally all we have to do. We just have to look at the model itself. Okay, chat. Then we have, you guys can barely see him, but then we have Wukong over here. This is Might's son Wukong. As you can see, that is his weapon. Let me make space. I need to make space here because I feel like we're losing space on the mood board. All right, what should I reduce in size? Maybe this character design, so that we can have a bit more space. Oh yeah, we definitely have more space now. We definitely have a lot more space now that we can work with. And then Smite's Wukong. Wait, no, not yet. If it ain't blunt, I don't want it. Carissa 2026. Hey, I was talking about the weapon, alright? I wasn't talking about the greens. You have been warned. Alright. We got these already. I feel like we can cram one more reference in there. Yeah, I feel like we can. Jade Dragon Staff. Okay, this one looks fucking cool. Yeah, I'm looking for staffs before we get started in order to decide the design of the weapon. Ooh. Ooh, chat, check this one out. Check the staff. Check this out. Oh, that looks so cool. What I like about this one, okay, I don't care about the stick, but I do care about the design here. Look at the detail on the artwork, by the way. Look at this shit. That looks so fucking cool. Yo. And the dragon swirls too? Nah, this is fucking cool. You know what, chat? I think I should look at Chinese mythology more and more. I should stop. I should honestly stop looking at Egyptian mythology and see other ones from time to time. Okay, chat. So here's what we're gonna do. The only thing that we're missing currently is the color palette, which fortunately they have been generous enough to give us here. What is Kenji's skin color? So that seems to be. Is it this one? Or is it this one? No, this one seems a little bit more pale. Yeah, this one seems a bit more pale compared to this one. I feel like the skin color can be... Boop, there we go. Although we don't really need the skin color right now. We just need the primary colors on the clothing. This one we need. And we're gonna have to make the different colors. And I forgot to align my my drawing tablet. Let me do that for a minute. There we go. Now we can work on the artwork tonight. And my good old artiste glove, because you know every artist cannot be considered an artist without their artist glove. So we got the color red. Okay, so we got red. We got yellow, which is, well, there's yellow and orange, but they're giving us this color, so I guess we're using that one. All right, we got red, we got yellow, we got the color brown, and we got blue. Let's start with blue. I think I have an idea of how am I gonna make this staff. I think I actually do have an idea. Okay, chat. So we got the colors here. And then we have the darker colors here. But we're always going to find the darker colors easily. So what we're going to be doing, chat, here's my plan. I feel like on the, like, in this part of the staff, like, for example, let me mark it in red for you guys. I feel that for this part of the staff, like over here, we should have this type of hair like thing at the end of the staff, at each end of the staff, this type of hair. I feel like that would be cool, because do remember, we're turning this motherfucker into a Chinese combat baton. We're turning him into a freaking weapon. And believe you me, weapon designing is not easy. Literally took me 4 hours to make nanoliths into 2 twin blades. And I literally had to come up with a name as well. The name ultimately ended up with nano blades. What would be the name of this of Kenji's weapon though? What would actually be the name of this this baton? This is where I'm gonna need your help, chat. I'm gonna need a weapon name. Granted, it does need to have Kenji in the name. Kenji stuff? I feel like, you know what? Yeah, I think Kenji staff would be cool, because the thing is, it kind of like, here's the thing, chat. In Final Fantasy, there is a very, very powerful variant of set and armor called the Genji set. You got the Genji glove, the Genji armor, and all that stuff. So having something called the Kenji staff, that sounds pretty badass, I'm not gonna lie. 1, 2, 3 for the darker colors. So place that over there. Now we're getting the dark tones, chat. Okay, maybe not that much. Jesus Christ. Okay, so now we're working on getting the dark tones. 1, 2, 3. Because the dark tones are going to be extremely necessary for when we make the weapon itself. The question is, where am I going to place the blue on the weapon? 1, 2, 3. I feel like that's gonna be the biggest challenge, figuring out where the blue of the weapon is going to be. But so far, I've been enjoying the entire process of making weapons out of VTubers. In the case of other VTubers, let's say for example, let's say for example, Apricot. I already know what Apricot's weapon is gonna be. She's literally gonna turn into a scythe, and it makes sense because Apricot is a lich. Kenji's also makes sense because it's a two-sided combat staff. So at least it makes my job easier. And the good thing about this is that we can also see on the reference itself, you can see the little crown. Let me go back and pick up the colors again. Actually, I'm going with green on this one so that we don't get confused. Like, I really like his entire design overall. You can see Sun Wukong's crown literally under its headphones. You got this part which has the Nimbus cloud. You got this part which has the lightning on it. It's a pretty cool design overall. And you also have flames on the jacket as well. On the hoodie. Yeah, literally on the hoodie. Okay, so I see that there is hair over here, 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 and here. So that is going to be the end of the staff. So at least we got that covered. And now comes the most difficult part, chat. Now that we have everything here, we already have the dark tones. Okay, chat, we have the dark tones and we have the light tones. Well, the normal tones in this case. And we also have a couple of references to work with. Let me see Wukong stuff. Oh, it has bandages on it. Oh, that's cool. Smite Wukong's weapon has bandages on it. I don't know why. Why do weapons look so cool with bandages on it? Is it just me? Or am I tripping? Anyways, we need to make this weapon as stylish as humanly possible. So, chat, how the hell do you write Kenji in Chinese? This is extremely important, chat. We need to figure out how to write Kenji in Chinese. All right, let's figure it out. All right, Chinese. Traditional Chinese. That's how you write Kenji? The fuck? I don't even know what these letters mean, chat. If anybody in chat speaks Chinese, I am so sorry, but I really do not understand what it says there. All right, let's see. Fuck it. We're not gonna put Chinese letters on it as much as it pains me. Although we can place we can actually place huh. Okay, we can get a little creative with the baton actually. Yeah, we can get creative with it. And now comes the difficult part, chat. Now comes the most difficult part of this entire character design, chat. The measurements of the damn thing. Now, when it comes to using a staff, I need to pick up something in my room that is literally the same length as a staff, at least the same length as one of the ends of it. Something that I can use with okay, let me oh yeah, I can use a playmat as a reference. Let me get my playmat real quick. This playmat has a crap ton of dust on it, but it's one of those playmat containers, you know, where you actually put your playmat after, well, just so that your playmat doesn't get damaged and shit. Yeah, we can use that as a reference for the handle. Okay, so far so good. Now the question is, how big is this thing? And where the fuck is my ruler? Chat, I think I lost my ruler. I don't exactly remember where I left it. And I need it now more than ever because right now, oh, I found it. I think. Yep, I found it. Okay. All right, chat, let's see how big this thing is. Okay, so a playmat container, it is apparently, oh my god. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, dear. Oh, lordy, lord. Yeah, we good. Don't worry about my model. I was literally just looking for my ruler. Okay, I mean, that's, okay, so What? Okay, so this is 12 inches. 12 inches. 13. 13. Wait. 12, 13, 14, 15. Chat, the handle itself is already 15 inches. We are literally working with 15 inches on a handle. But what about the other parts? Because I feel like if we're gonna do justice to the weapon, because look at this, chat. This is the weapon, right? We can assume that the weapon itself, like this part of the weapon already, we can already assume that this part of the weapon is 15 inches. So that's 15 inches, right? So the question is, how big exactly is the blunt part of the weapon? That's the real question. That's what we gotta figure out. All right, so doing some calculations. One over here, one over here. We can already calculate this as 15 inches. Okay, and you place it here. However, what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna make a second layer, and I am going to measure the blunt part of the weapon. And then I'm gonna move this. Okay, if half of it is already okay, 15 inches, right? Okay, 15, 14. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. This is a huge ass staff because the handle only is 15 inches and each end is 13 inches. That's a huge ass weapon. I mean, hey, it's a legendary weapon, so yeah, you want to make it as huge as possible, I guess. So each side is literally 13 inches and the handle is 15 inches. So yeah, it's you're dealing with a huge ass weapon, with a huge ass fighting baton. So now we get to measuring, chat. That means that this entire baton, it says 22 centimeters, but we don't care about this. Alright, let's get started. So we're gonna go with this line. We already measured this. Okay, no, that line is way too thin. Okay, so we already measured this from here all the way to here, and we can conclude that this is 15 inches. Then we're gonna go to the red area, and we are going to. I do not want a 3D layer. Thank you very much. Then this area right here, this red parts, is actually 13 inches each. Honestly, chat, I feel like the measurements for this weapon are actually easier than Nanoless's weapon. Yeah, they're way easier. And now we need to know the width of the weapon. I don't want to make it as bulky as Wukong's Smite's Wukong here. I think I want to make the weapon, okay, sure, maybe a little bulkier. So how thick is this actually? So there's the measurement. This is a little bit. Okay, so I feel that when it comes to I can just pick up I can literally just pick up the playmat again. See how big is it? 2.5 inches, chat. It's 2.5 inches wide. It's pretty huge. Okay. So now we can conclude that this area is 2.5 inches wide. Now we go back here. And then this is 13 inches. Okay, chat. We got the measurements for the staff. Now we gotta come up with the design for it. I do like that at the very least we have an idea of how Kenji's weapon looks like here. Oh, and this weapon also has bandages on it. Okay. What's up with VTubers having bandages on their weapons nowadays? First Nano and now Kenji. But here's the thing, chat. We're gonna make the bandages for Kenji be, I would say, maybe the color of his pants. Yeah, I feel like that would be cool. At least I like that these ones have like a little ball end to the weapon itself, so we can have an idea of how we want the weapon to be. So we know that the very end of the staff has to be has to be literally this ball bearing like shape at the end of the staff. Now I don't want the staff to look extremely simple like this one. Hell no. I want to make the staff as stylish as humanly possible. Maybe okay. I like the I really like the dragons here on the I really like the dragons here on this staff, but I don't know if we should have like I also like the swirl on it. That looks cool. Here he's getting chased by a dragon, but we still need the monkey motif. And of course, there's the little crown that Wukong wears as well. Oh, we can have the crown on the weapon. Oh, that's so cool. Maybe at the end of Oh, wait. Chat. I think I'm cooking. Hold on, chat. I think I'm cooking. I think I know exactly how the weapon is gonna look. Okay, I think I'm having an idea how the weapon's gonna look. It's gonna look sick. Holy. Okay, chat. I have an idea. The handle of the weapon is gonna be red. That way, that's gonna be the color of the jacket. The bandages are gonna be the color of the pants. On the end of each part of the weapon, it's gonna have this this monkey hair, you know, like he has on his hands and his feet. And I want to use the yellow, but I don't know what to use the yellow on. Oh shit, there's one more color I forgot to add. This blue color. That's the color of his eyes. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna add this extra color, and this is gonna be the color of the orbs on the end at the end of each of the staff. All right, chat. There we go. Added an extra color. So, chat, you guys ready to turn? You guys ready to turn this guy into a weapon? Cause I am. But are you guys? So now that we have the Kenji mood board, did I have a mood board for? Wait, yeah, I have a question. Did I have a mood board for Nanoless? Oh yeah, I did. DJ, you can keep playing the music. I don't mind. Okay, chat. So, I want to show you guys what we did with Nanoless's weapon before we get started with the Kenji weapon. So, this was the reference for Nanoless's weapon. And then the weapon that ended up, how should I say? The weapon that we ended up making was this. This is Nanoless's weapon. This was part 1. So the question is, can we make something equally as good as this? That's the real question. Can we make something equally as good as this weapon? And I also need the VTuber model so we can place it on the background, but that's gonna be hard. Anyways, my very first attempt of making a VTuber weapon, and it's this one. Yeah, that was the very first VTuber weapon we made. We turned Nanoless, which is this VTuber, and this was the entire reference, into these. And what's funny about it is that Nanoless actually saw the post on Twitter and reposted it. And it got exposed, and a lot of people really liked it. A lot. That's why I said that you guys showed a lot of support for this weapon. So I feel like we should do the same for Kenji's weapon. But Kenji's weapon is gonna be a little tricky to work with. So let me save the illustration first for the weapons. Mood boards. Kenji weapon mood board. Alright, chat. We got the mood board for Kenji. Alright, the first weapon was Nanoless. Today's weapon, we're gonna be working on Kenji. So let's see what we can come up with. Let's see what we can cook. Alright, so let me turn off these mesh. Actually, we're gonna need this. We are gonna need these measurements, but we need to see the weapon designs first. Okay, I was actually right to choose the red for the handle. I see that the end of the weapon could be the yellow part of the outfit itself. The yellow part that he has on his little bag and his headphones. We can use that. That can be the end of the weapon, like the blunt part of the weapon. But I think that the eyes on the weapon, like maybe the eye color can be like literally the balls at the end of the weapon itself. I feel like that'd be pretty fucking cool. But we gotta think of how we're gonna make the weapon as stylish as humanly possible. I think maybe some. Okay, those are not. Okay, they are spikes, but they look like blunt spikes. I mean, he has spiky hair, so it makes sense too. It literally makes sense that it turns into somewhat of a spiky weapon too, as well. But the one thing I really want to include on his design, I want to include the little Sun Wukong crown. Because that is a staple in Chinese mythology. Wait, where the hell is the... Oh, there it is. Okay. So this is what the staff looks like. Okay. I think I'm getting ideas on how do I want the weapon to look. Chat, do you guys have any idea on what do you guys see on what do you guys want to see on the weapon on the combat staff? This one right here. Because if you guys have any ideas, then you guys can let me know as well. Okay, let's see. All right, how do you... Oh, okay, I just have to be crazy with the furry part. Okay, got it. Got it. All right, chat, here we go. We are gonna start making the weapon right about now. Where is this the right? Yeah, that's the right one. 15. Okay, we can use this. However, I want the measurements. These measurements that I did earlier, I need these. So this gets copy and pasted. However, these colors can stay maybe around here. Okay, so merge layers, merge selected layers. I want to make a different layer for this. Control copy paste. Okay, they're on a different layer. So that means that the colors here, I can actually delete them in this layer. And now when we turn them off, they're on a different layer. Okay, chat. These are the measurements of the weapon. This is what we gotta work with. Alrighty then. Okay, so doesn't look too hard. I gotta admit. All right, so end of the stick. Oh shit, I forgot this isn't the. There we go. All right, we got this part of the weapon. However, I feel that we should. Yeah, there we go. No, that looks too. Because I wanna make the line itself. There we go. Hey. Okay. Now that we got the staff, chat. Now that we got the staff of the weapon, we should make like. Oh, okay, I see. This part of the weapon also has ball bearings on it. Ooh, wait a minute. Chat, I got an idea. I got an amazing idea. Holy shit, that looks cool. With the little ball bearings on it too. But, hold on a second. Yeah, I want these parts on the weapon too. Yeah, I kind of want that too. But bandages on the weapon as well. All right, let's do it. I'm so sorry if I am not good at making fur. I want to apologize. Actually, I think I have I think I have a fur brush maybe. I don't even know myself. I don't know what brushes do I have. But I think I had a oh wait a minute. Oh wait, I think this can work. Hold on. Okay, other way. Never mind. It doesn't work. All right, we're gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way. Yeah, I am not good at making hair. That was my office phone, by the way. All right, let me see if I can find a reference for it because I'm having a lot of trouble with it. I think drawing hair like a lump of hair is extremely hard. Also, I feel like there's an emergency going on right now, so give me a second. I'll be right back. Do not go anywhere. Sorry about that, chat. I was being rudely interrupted again. Like, I mean, honestly, that's pretty normal happening, but you know, that's fine. Alright, chat. We need to figure out how to draw the freaking hairball. Because I tried searching for references and yeah. We are severely screwed. Okay, I have an idea. Hold on a second, chat. I have an idea. Okay, maybe... I think maybe I can try something with this. Okay, chat. It's not the prettiest looking hairball, but it's something, alright? It's something. It ain't the prettiest looking, but it's something. I think we can work with this. Okay, then we do this. Place it over here. Literally place it over there. Maybe a little bit smaller. Yeah. Then we copy paste. Then that same exact. Then this exact same hairball that we did, we just copy paste it to the other side. And we flip horizontal. There we go. And just like that, chat, we have the hair. Again, it's not the prettiest looking hair, but it is something. Oh, now that I think about it, maybe this part of the hair should be... Yeah, this part of the hair should be the one that... Yeah, definitely. Again, not the prettiest looking hair, but it's better than nothing. And then... we delete. Start deleting this part of the hair in the inside of the fur. There we go. Hey. All right, and then we do the same for the other parts. There we go. Chat, how's it looking so far? We managed to make the hair for the weapon. That's gonna be the part that's gonna be painted brown. All right, we got that part at least. Now for the ball bearings on the artwork itself. Start. Oh shit! Wrong layer. Wrong layer. Did I just get sent an email? What the heck? Why am I getting sent emails? Oh. They literally sent me a freaking gift card. I don't know why, because I received my package, but okay. Come on, guys. It's really not that hard knowing that I literally live in the Gambler's Walk district on cyberspace. Is it that hard, chat? I don't think so. Alright. Let's see. Now for the... Not for the blunt part of the weapon. Let's see. Oh, right. We gotta make the bandages too, but we'll work on the bandages later. Yeah, we'll work on the bandages way later. Oh, we can place the flame on it too. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, but I want to place this part as well. The little Wukong crown. Alright. Granted, it may not be as stylish as other weapons, but at least it's something. Huh. I kind of dig this design too. But, okay, I like this design, but I don't like it. It kind of looks, because the thing is, I know it's a Chinese battle weapon, but these dragons here, it kind of looks Mesopotamian. It doesn't give Chinese vibes. I mean, it is still Chinese, but it doesn't look Chinese. Hmm. I mean, drawing the hair is already difficult, and I was struggling. Okay. It has to be 2.5 inches wide on the weapon itself. Maybe the end of the... Oh, I got it, chat. I think I got it. You know the crown that Wukong always wears? We can use that to hold the... Yeah, we can use it to hold this part. Okay, I think I'm getting... I'm getting ideas, chat. I'm getting ideas. I'm locking in. Alright, chat. I'm locking in. I am locking in. Kinda. Okay, then I do this. This is another layer, right? No, it's the hair layer. Fuck! Okay. That's okay. Different layer. All I have to do is just a different layer so that I do not get lost, because I may lose it if I draw it on the wrong layer. Right. The part that I wanted to make was the ball bearing part. That's what I wanted to make. Okay, did the ball bearing part, and then I make another one. Do this, do that, do this, and do that. All right, we already got that part. And then I think I can copy paste it to make another ball bearing. Maybe. Let me see if this works. Huh. It kind of worked. So we're gonna delete this part of the weapon, and we are going to adjust the lines so that it fits. Because now after we do that, we can actually do this. What do you guys think so far, chat? Because now we can also do, let's say we want to do this part right here for the weapon. Wait. Okay, we can delete this part. Now that we have this part of the weapon and they're in different layers, we can merge the layers here. Copy and paste them. Then we have this layer over here and we can turn this horizontal. And just like that, we actually have it on the other side. And there we go, chat. Keep in mind, chat, this is only the sketch that we're making. So this isn't even like the complete thing. And now that we have these, now we can merge them. Merge layer below. All right, there we go. Both on the same layer. And then I am gonna draw little circles on them to simulate ball bearings. Granted, they are a little wonky, but that's fine. So, ball bearing right here, ball bearing right there, ball bearing right there. There's 3 layers of ball bearings, by the way. Maybe I should make another layer for it. Alright, there we go. Ooh, one more on the middle for good measure. Alright, now that we have those, we copy this, we put it on the other side like so. And then we do it like this. There we go. Now that we have that covered, we grab these 3 layers and we copy them. Merge selected layers, copy and paste, put them on the other side, transform, flip horizontal, and just like that, it should fit perfect and nicely on the other side of the weapon. Just like so. That thing that you guys saw, chat, that's a little bit of a life hack whenever you're designing weapons and stuff. Whenever you see that one part is exactly the same as the other, just do what I'm doing here. You don't need to complicate yourself by literally drawing the other side. You can always just copy paste certain parts on the other side. You don't need to complicate yourself and doing them from scratch. Okay, merge with the layer below. Now there is the ball bearings. So now we have a layer for ball bearings. This part, the hair, which I feel like the hair should be... The hair should be merged. The hair and the staff. All right, we're making progress, chat. We're actually making progress now. And then the weapon, we already established that it has to be wide. We have been making the non-wide parts of the weapon still. So we need to find a way to make the weapon wider now. Let's say that I want, because we already have the ball bearing parts on the weapon. Let's say that I want my weapon to look equally as blunt as this one. Then guess what? We can actually make it. And that's exactly what we're going to do right about now. So we're going to go on another layer. We're going to make another layer. And then what we're going to be doing is we are going to be doing this. Okay, maybe not that big. Jesus Christ. I think these are way too big. What size did I have this? Oh, that was 5. That was size 5. Okay, let's see the let me see the reference again. Oh, okay. It needs to be the curved one. It needs to be this one. However, we're gonna have to use this one. So we're gonna be expanding here and we're gonna be expanding here. As you can see, it's not the same length, so you want to make sure that it is exactly the same length. And once you do that, place this here. And we can start making the weapon as thick as humanly possible. Now you can start messing with the now you can start messing with shit. For example, here we're gonna need the line. And then you are going to be doing this. And on this part right here, this is where we are going to increase the weapon itself. This is where the blunt part of the weapon is gonna be. So meaning that our weapon is gonna be this huge. Granted, you do not want your weapon to look like a freaking paddle like this. So this is where you're gonna have to be a little creative. Because you want your weapon to actually look like a baton. You don't want your weapon to look like a freaking paddle. But that is fine with us because we can actually make it into such. So I want my weapon to look like this. Granted, it still looks like a paddle, but the reason why it looks like a paddle is because we're getting the measurements. Do remember that this is still a blueprint. So what we want to be doing here is that we want to make sure that we have. Let me get a ruler so you guys can get the idea. Let's just say you already made the layer for this and you need to make another layer. So I am gonna do this. And this one I'm gonna be drawing. This one I'm gonna be drawing like this with as you can see, it still looks like a paddle, but that's okay because we can always make this part bigger. See? Keep in mind, even if it looks like a paddle, the idea is to make this as humanly big as possible. So that until you reach this size on the weapon itself. So now that we know exactly what to do, all we have to do is just keep increasing the size little by little. That's literally the strat. So this layer that you have here, you are going to increase it little by little and constantly putting lines and stuff. Because again, we want the weapon to be stylish as well. See how it's already taken shape? Or, if you want an easier way, you can always do this. So that it actually looks like a baton. And then the cherry on top. And then you keep expanding. You have to keep keep in mind, chat, you have to keep expanding. There's another part of the layer. There you go. Hey, and you keep expanding until you expand no more. Okay, so I expanded one time, but here's the problem, chat. I want more. I want to keep expanding more. I keep expanding. I keep doing this. Now, keep in mind, it has to be exactly the same size as the other one, so that you can do stuff like this. And once you have expanded enough, chat, once you have expanded on the weapon enough, that's where you can start making the blunt weapon. That's when you can start doing this part of the weapon. However, we're not done with the weapon yet. Just so you guys know, we're still not done. The reason why we're not done is because we need this part right here. And of course, place this here. Okay, that is an entire layer, by the way. And this entire layer that we just have, we are going to copy. Let me see what this layer is. Okay, that layer is completely blank. So this layer right now is insignificant. This is the layer that we used for the ruler, which did nothing. So we're gonna copy this layer. Same as the last one, flip horizontal, and you accommodate the layer as such. So let's just say the layer goes around here. It's like building a puzzle, you know? That's literally what we're doing. We are building a puzzle in the form of a weapon. And just like so, you have your weapon, which still looks like a freaking paddle. And then what we're going to be doing is we're going to be merging these layers, and now you have the other part of the weapon. But wait, we can go even further than that. Now we can merge with another layer below, and with another layer below. And now these are a weapon of its own. Let me move the colors. Wait, no, those are not the colors. Let me move the colors down here because so that it doesn't interfere as well. Now, another thing that you also want to identify, chat, is once you do this, you want to identify if the weapon is straight. And as you can see, it is not straight. It is not. So once you see that your weapon is not straight enough, this is where you're going to have to liquefy it in order for the weapon to look straight. However, do remember that this is still the sketching phase. So it's not going to be perfect immediately. However, it doesn't have to be. There's the reason why. Reason why? It's because parts of the layer here, this part right here, they look extremely curved, right? But if you have something like liquefy, which in this case is this, I can always like move this part of the layer, or I can always just, because remember, it's separated from the hair, so we don't have to worry too much. We can always grab it with one of these tools right here and just slightly move it. But don't select the hair because you don't want the hair to be selected. Just like so. In order to have a better reference, I think it's best to just have the line on it so that it doesn't look curved like this. Because if it looks curved like this, then it's just gonna look like a mess. Or you can always do flip vertical or flip horizontal. In this case, flip horizontal seems to be doing the work because it's similar to how it looks on the other side. Yeah, I think flip horizontal was the key that this needed. And then I delete it. Right? Rightfully so. Just like that. That's pretty much what I do for most weapons nowadays as well. And now that we have these, we're gonna turn it. We're gonna turn it into something else because we're still missing one more piece of this weapon. The ball bearings. For the ball bearings, we are going to be making a circle. Just a plain old circle. We're gonna place them here where the weapon is supposed to be. Okay, maybe the ball bearings shouldn't be that big. Maybe it could be smaller. Maybe a little bigger. There we go. We have one part of the ball bearing. Copy and paste it. Take it to the other side. And there you go. We have the ball bearings now. What I don't like about the weapon is that it still looks like a freaking paddle, but that's okay. Here's why it's okay. Because we're gonna be taking Wukong's weapon for reference. This one right here. And we're gonna be looking at these. These are the blunt parts of the weapon itself. So we're gonna be doing one. Actually, we can even use these as well. Just make a different layer. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, I like this actually. Copy, paste, paste. And place them all the way on the plate. You place them all the way on the weapon itself. This one goes around here, and this one goes dead center. But wait, what about the other side? Well, that's easy. You're not gonna do them yet on the other side. Because merge selected layers, copy, paste, and now you place them on the other side, just like that. See, you don't have to do that much work, and then you merge with the layer below, and you have it, just like so. All right, we're gonna make another layer, and this one's gonna be different because this one is going to be on this side around here, and we're gonna have these weird looking triangles. That it symbolizes bluntness. However, in this part of the weapon, we're gonna have to delete something. We're gonna have to delete this part. And it's the same exact spikes that you see. On this circle, you're gonna have to delete this part carefully. Actually, not carefully, because remember, this is still a sketch. It's still just a sketch. Copy, paste, paste. And now you have one over here, and one over here, and one over here. See? Although you want to get them closer, like maybe around here would be nice. Yeah. Maybe over here. Yeah, that looks way better. And now we start deleting. Now let's get deleting. We're still in the sketching phase, by the way. We're just mapping out how exactly do we want the weapon to look. Okay. Grab these ones, merge them together. We have them all into one symbol layer. And then you start copying it. Control, flip horizontal. Then these ones go on the other side. Just like so. So now we have these spikes literally on the other side of the weapon. DJ, did you stop the music? You can keep playing it. I don't mind. DJ's going wild with the music because I told him to keep playing. Alright, chat. We have the spikes. And now for the other side. It's a copy of that. Then merge with layer below. Now you have both spikes. And then you copy this. Other side. Flip vertical. Actually, no, flip horizontal. And these exact same spikes are going to go on the other side. So you're going to place them here. But you got to be careful how you place them because you don't want them to look wonky. Flip vertical. If they look wonky, keep flipping them until you find them, until you find one that looks good. This looks all right. And now we get deleting again. Keep in mind, I'm mostly using my mouse to delete because you really don't need that much precision for areas like these when weapons. I'm literally deleting them like this. Okay, fine. I'm literally deleting them like this because I'm built different. And just like that, chat, we have the blunt part of the weapon already, which honestly, it does not look bad. But here's the thing, chat. I'm still not satisfied. Merge with layer below. Because now comes the other parts of the weapon. Now comes this part. And for this, I'm actually gonna have to use a ruler. Yet another layer. And we need a ruler for this one. Specifically for this area. Because for this, we are going to be doing something extremely cool. And that is this. So for this weapon, for this part, we're going to be doing the little Wukong crown. Yeah, the Wukong crown is really not that easy to make. So we should place it here. Nah, just kidding. I need to see exactly how do you even make that little crown. Okay. Okay, I see how you do it. Okay, that's funny. You know that little crown that they always put on monkeys on TikToks? Sun Wukong crown. Okay, I found it, and that's exactly the crown that I was looking for in order to place on the in order to place on the in order to place on the weapon itself. The reason why I also was looking for Wukong's crown is because it is extremely important in his mythology. So guess we're gonna have to include it in the mood board as well. Okay, there it is. Wukong's crown. And I'm gonna place it literally next to the color palette. And then for the mood board, we're gonna save it. I wanna see the swirls on it, so if you guys have issues whenever you are making stuff, here's the thing: a lot of people always demonize other people for tracing. However, if you have difficulties on it, you should practice by tracing the item first, then you do it on paper. Well, actually, then you do it on the thing itself. But just don't demonize people for tracing stuff. Okay, maybe if they claim it as theirs and it's like a 1-1 replica, you can actually like demonize them and stuff. But yeah, other than that, if it's just for practice, then that's fine. Like for example, this thing right now is literally just this is what I'm looking for so far. This right here. So this little thing, this little thing over here, we can actually adjust it so that it is not. And we're also gonna need to use the opacity tool in case I need to. Because here's the thing. This cannot be used. There's a reason. There is. Let me explain. Let me explain why we can't use this one. Because we need this to be curved, and in order to do that, we need to do some separations. Meaning that we need to do this and separate them. Control, separate that. And we also need to add balance and volume to it. Let's not forget about that. Okay. Control, copy, paste. And now, this part over here, we can just delete it. Simple as, we can just delete it. Simple as that. And then for the, now that we have separated the thing on one piece on into another, that is when we can start like assembling this, and we can start warping it so that we can actually get exactly what we're looking for on the crown itself. Let's say I want this part of the crown here, and let's say I want this part of the crown here. You can see it doesn't look that bad, but it doesn't look good either. So I'm just gonna separate these a little bit. There we go. And now we use the warping tool, the free transform, if you will. And then we use this. Actually, we're fine. We don't need to use that. merge your layer below, and then we can just draw these on the we can just draw these instead. So first I am going to do this. And then I am going to do this. However, I want this to be on the same exact circle. Just like so. And then that exact thing that I did, I can just copy, free horizontal, and just place it on the other side. So that it matches the other part. Just like that. And now the image that you took, you really do not need that image anymore. So this image right here, out. And just like that, we just added Wukong's crown into the Wukong's crown motif into the piece itself. But wait, what about the other side? Again, you can always copy paste it. Flip horizontal. And bada bing bada boom, you have it on the other side. All you gotta do is just adjust it and voila. It's on both sides now, chat. We have the crown now. What else can we add to Kenji's weapon? Oh, right, the flames. We should add the flames too. We don't need any images for the flames, by the way. Okay, so merge these layers first and foremost. We should start merging a lot of layers so that we do not lose track of where we are. Okay, merge all of these layers and boom, look at that. Full weapon already. Full on weapon already, chat. And remember, this right now that we're doing, chat, this is, again, this is not the full weapon. This is just a sketch. This is literally just a sketch. So we're not even halfway done, chat. Because now we should add the fire to the staff. And that calls for yet another layer. I feel like I want to add the fire here. Okay. You don't want the fire to look samey like this. You want to add variety to the fire. So that's what I'm going to be trying to do right now. You add fire here, little bit of fire there. Maybe a little bit like this. Okay. Fire there, fire here. And just like that, chat, I added fire to the staff. And this little fire motif, copy, flip horizontal, and place it on the other side. Just like so. And now you have the fire literally on the other side of the staff. Okay, maybe just reduce the size a little bit. There we go. Actually, do not reduce the size of it. Control horizontal. Because it's supposed to be the same size. So yep, that is there we go. Just like that, chat. We added fire to the staff. But what about this lower part? What should we add in the lower part? I feel that for the lower part down there, we should add let's add some I'm trying to find something. Anything. Remember, the bandages are gonna be in the handle of the weapon itself. So we're not gonna add the bandages yet. I feel like for that part, we should just add I like this part. It looks pretty cool, but we already have this part in the form of Wukong's crown, so I don't think we should add another one. We have fire, we have the crown itself. We have fire, the crown. There's something else that we should add. Let's see. Oh, we can add like a nimbus cloud pattern. But again, we're gonna need another layer for that to happen. Okay, merge with layers. Merge with layer below. Add another layer. And now we're gonna go for the nimbus cloud motif. Actually, I feel like it should be... No. Maybe, wait a minute. Okay, now that looks fucking cool. Wait a minute. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that fucking works. Control copy. Flip horizontal. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that fucking works. Okay, other way. There we go. Hey. Okay, merge layer below, merge layer below. And look at that, chat. We almost have the weapon almost done. The little fucking details is what fucked me over, dude. Holy shit. It's always the little fucking details, bro. Every time. And now for the last part of the weapon, we are just missing the bandage. We're just missing the bandages, and that's it. But the bandages part, that part's easy, chat. For the bandages, all we gotta do is just do this, do this, do this, do this. Maybe one over here and do this. Delete this part. Oh, this one I gotta delete carefully. Wait a minute. Meaning that the bandages have to be applied regularly. Okay, apply this. And now we do this, chat. This needs to be a little smaller simply because of this. Hold on a second. What do you guys think, chat? What do you guys think? I feel like we should extend the bandage. I think I can do something cool with the bandage. I don't feel like, yeah, I don't feel like it's enough. I got an idea for the bandage. Yeah, I got an idea for the bandage. Okay, now that looks fucking cool. What do you guys think, chat? That I cooked or what? And now that we have everything already, we can begin the next step of this entire design. Keep in mind, chat, that entire thing that we did, all of this that we did, chat, this was only just the sketch. That was literally only the sketch, by the way. So now we have to go with the details. But I still need to find Kenji's model, so let me see if I can find it around here somewhere. Is this a high quality model? No, it's not. I'm trying to find the model itself with a white background so that I can do the same exact thing that I did with, so that I can do the exact thing that I did with Nano's model. I feel like that would be cool. Having the VTuber in the background and stuff. Okay, let me see if this one. Let me see if this one's high. It's not. But I think I can work with this. That is extremely yeesh. Yeah, it's not fully detailed. I need to find the model itself in full detail. But I cannot seem to find it. Wait, let me see this one. Okay, I think I found it. Granted, I'm gonna have to improvise a little bit, but you know. Let me see. What about this one though? Oh, great! It's a gallery. There is one. There is one with Kenji literally flipping the finger. That one's so funny. Oh man, we're not gonna have that. As funny as that one is, we're not gonna have that one. As much as I wish. That one's so funny. All right, let me see if I can find one with the white background. Not the derpy looking one, by the way, the anime looking one. I am finding lots of them, but let's see. I know that when it comes to finding the freaking models, as long as you look deep enough, you're on the internet, you're gonna find the models eventually. Well, obviously, unless they have the model for literally to be displayed by everybody. So yeah. But in the case of Kenji, it's extremely hard though. It's extremely hard to find the model with a white background. We're talking just the regular model, by the way. We're not talking about all the other models that he's had after that. Unfortunately, I have reached the end of Google Images. Chat, do you guys believe me if I tell you that it's actually hard to find his model so that I can place it on the freaking. Oh man. No, there's gotta be one. There's gotta be one. Maybe this one. Open image in new tab. I already got that image. Okay, maybe this can work. Let me see. Okay, this can work to some extent. Oh no, okay, there we go. Delete. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to delete in the meantime. So we just delete everything else on this part. And we only need this part of the model itself, just like we did with Nano. Oh, now is when oh no. Not the loading screen. Okay. Let me take a look at the nano one for reference. Okay, extremely close. Got it. And we gotta delete all the other parts, by the way. Okay, so this part right here also gets deleted. Yeah, there's a lot of rough parts that we need to delete so that we can actually. I got an idea. Hold on a second. Yeah, I got an idea. Never mind, it didn't work. That is perfectly fine by me, because I can always just do this. And the thing about this is that I can always just blur some of the parts that literally just need to be deleted, so it's fine. I don't have to worry much about it. There we go. And now we're gonna go with the regular brush. We're gonna go with the blur brush. So now we just delete all of these. And we're gonna give it like the effect that he is in the background. Just like so. You see that we're giving him the background effect. You can also do this with color dodge, but I feel like it's better like this. And then we do this. Okay, what about nano? That was 30%. So Kenji has to be 30% as well. And make sure to place it under the layer of the weapon. Okay, chat. We got him. It wasn't easy, but we fucking got him. And now, for the weapon itself. Now comes the most interesting part. Actually drawing the goddamn weapon. Okay. Now, for this brush, I am gonna have a 5 brush. And I'm gonna be drawing everything. Some of it can be done with the... Alright, here's what we're gonna do, chat. So that nothing is out of proportion, we are just going to... Actually, wait. I got a better idea. I don't remember which one was the button to rotate the thing. Okay, perfect. I found the button. So what we're going to be doing, chat, is that we are going to be... We're going to be placing a ruler now. So that means that we have the staff, which is going to be size 5, by the way. And now that we have done that, we place the ruler in the middle. I only hope that it does not bite us in the ass later on. And I hope it does not turn out into a disaster. So now we do this. And we are making the hair right now, chat. Honestly, that hair looks way better than last time. And it's out of proportion. Bummer. But that's okay, because we'll adjust it later. Now we do this. These are also size 5, so we don't have to worry about it. And we just keep doing everything, chat. That's how we do it. Because everything that we do on this side is going to be replicated on the other side, chat. That's how it works. So everything that we're doing here, the other side is going to replicate. The only thing that it doesn't replicate is the fact that, you know, we got to move it. We got to change its place. It's the only thing that is missing. But we can do that. That's fine. We are doing construction work. Okay, it's not construction work really. It's literally, you could say we are blacksmithing, which is what I'm doing currently. So yeah. We're currently, that's what we're doing, chat. We're blacksmithing. All right, place that over there. Place this over here. Got the weapon motif. Then we place this here. Actually, no, this first. Oh yeah, and we also have to place the circles too. See, everything that we do on that side, we also do it on this side. So it's literally replicating every single thing that we do. DJ, did you just stop the music? I said I don't mind if you keep playing music. I mean, we're here to draw and we're here to listen to chill music. Why do you stop the music, DJ? There we go. All right. Okay, we got the flames. We don't need to do the perfect circles here. We can just... Yeah, we can just do this. Granted, these circles are not perfect at all, but again, because they're so goddamn small, we don't need to make circles for them. Now this needs to be perfect. There we go. Okay, then we got this. We got the Wukong crown. And now we do the spikes, which in my opinion is going to be the hardest part. However, these don't need to be perfect. I can literally just follow the circles and that's it. Oh, right. I'm going to need to use a special brush for it. I literally place the circles as a guideline pretty much, but I don't mind doing the circles myself, even if they end up wonky. Besides, no weapon has ever been perfect, you know? Every weapon has had its imperfections. And that is the beauty of creating a weapon. Okay, there we go. So there's another one. Now for the other side. There we go. And then the rest of the weapon, we can just add lines to it. Just like so. Weapon motif. Now comes the other part of the weapon itself. These lines. But before we make these lines, we need to make the circles first. So let's see. Nah, we should make these lines first. Next, we should make a circle. Now, we need to make sure that the circle that we're making matches the circle that we had. Or at least it's similar. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just as long as it's similar to the circle that we did earlier is good and is good enough. Even if it's slightly bigger. Like this one. Okay, that's perfect. This is actually perfect. Now we can turn off the ruler. And we can begin working on the bandages now. And you might be asking yourself, but Kurisu, you forgot one thing. It's not perfectly aligned on the other side. Do not worry, my dear artist. Kurisu's got you covered. You're about to see why. You are about to see why. Very, 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 very soon. Okay, we add these. Okay, chat. You're probably seeing this. You're probably seeing the liner and you're like, oh no! Kurisu messed up! I wonder what he's going to do! That's literally all you have to do, chat. That's literally all you have to do. Oh, let's just say Nora, welcome in. We're drawing. We're currently drawing. We are making art and we are turning VTubers into weapons. Today we turned this guy, which is Kenji. We turned him into a two-sided baton. You know, the ones that they use in Chinese wars and stuff. Ancient Chinese war, of course. All right, chat. Now that we have this weapon, look at that. Now that we have this, boom. Just like that, chat. We got it. And now that we have this, we have the weapon now. And this is our line art. Now comes my favorite part of this entire ordeal, the coloring. So what we're gonna be doing first is we're gonna grab a new layer and we're gonna call it grayscale. And what we do with this layer is that we are going to highlight literally everything outside the weapon on the line art layer. Control Shift I. Go to grayscale layer. Select your favorite gray color among the color theory. That's not gray, that's purple. And then boom. Now you have the color itself. You have the gray color. But now I don't feel like this is enough. I feel like I need to increase the size of the weapon. Do you watch anime? Of course I watch anime. Lots of it, actually. Although I will admit, I haven't been up to date with My Hero Academia. I was thinking of binge watching it, though. Maybe the weapon should be... There we go. Hey! Oh, that looks cool. And we got the color palette here, so we don't have to worry about it. So yes, I do watch anime. Why you ask? Now that we have this, we are going to be coloring parts of the weapon itself. And I almost forgot one important detail on the weapon, on the line art section. I almost forgot to include the sash. This part. What's your favorite anime? Well, it's a little niche. My favorite anime is extremely niche. But when it comes to being my favorite anime, I'm between two of them. It's either between Rising of the Shield Hero and Megalobox. preferably my favorite one obviously has to be Megalobox. It just reminds me of the, you know, good old 90s anime and stuff. That's why I like it so much. Simply because Megalobox reminds me of the good old times. But yeah, my favorite anime has to be that one. It has to be Megalobox. It's pretty good. I highly recommend it if you haven't watched it. But I do not mind watching the mainstream ones. I wanted to watch more of the of which one was it? Jujutsu Kaisen. I wanted to watch more of Jujutsu Kaisen. Although you don't have to worry about anime spoilers. I really do not mind if anybody tells me spoilers of an anime because I'm gonna watch it anyway. So yeah. Tell me all the spoilers you except Solo Leveling. If you tell me Solo Leveling, I'm gonna spoil the entire series. Because I have actually read the manhwa for Solo Leveling. And Solo, like, currently, I would say my favorite current anime right now is Solo Leveling. And here's the thing. I actually watched Solo Leveling dub. Please don't judge me. Yes, I actually do watch the thing dub. Don't judge me, please. Okay. Pop, pop, pop. It's beautiful. My favorite anime is Naruto. You surely know it. And Jujutsu Kaisen is amazing. Oh, you mean Jujutsu Kaisen? Yeah. Or as some people like to call it jokingly, Jujutsu Kaiba. Just for shits and giggles. I don't know why they call it that. But yeah, Naruto is a classic though. Naruto has been around. It's been a long ass time. I don't know why a lot of people are saying that Boruto is a bad anime. I haven't seen Boruto. I haven't been up to date with modern with animes nowadays, but yeah. I have to see exactly what's the big deal with Boruto. Can't be that bad, is it? Right? Anyways, let's start coloring Kenji's weapon, shall we? All right. So for Kenji's weapon, we have the color light blue. So light blue. Light blue is gonna be for these ball bearings in the ending. These ball bearing shaped things right here. That is gonna be the color blue. Boom. Easy. The reason why I chose this blue color, don't watch Boruto, it's disgusting. At least in my personal opinion. Oh, come on, it can't be that bad. Like, is Boruto really that bad of an anime? Like, really, really bad that it's literally unwatchable? It really cannot be that bad of an anime. Like, it can't. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just underestimating how bad it actually is. I just need to see it for myself. Although apparently I heard that's supposedly Sasuke fought against a Velociraptor, and I was like, what the hell? When the hell does Naruto have dinosaurs in it? What the like? I thought that they were joking at first, but apparently they were not. I was like, wait, what? There's dinosaurs in Naruto? What? What do you mean? What do you mean there's dinosaurs in freaking Naruto? What? Alright, let's see. Red. Selected the wrong layer. Fuck! It would be great if it were a standalone anime, but since it's a Naruto sequel, Naruto fans will obviously find it disgusting. Oh, I see. Because it's not about Naruto himself. It's about his kid. And a lot of people hate his kid. Yeah, I don't know. I feel a lot of people really hate Boruto. I mean, I haven't watched it, so again, I cannot give my own opinion on it. What the hell? I can't understand. I do not understand what it says there. But yeah, maybe I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt. I haven't seen it yet. I have yet to see it. So maybe it's good, maybe it's bad, maybe it's cringe. I don't know. But again, I really cannot give my own judgment on it. Simply because I haven't watched the damn thing. So that's why. Okay, let's see. What other part do we... Oh, right. Now we're going with the yellow parts. Ooh, it's gonna be interesting. Actually, no. Let's go with the brown first. Alright. We are going to go with the line art again. Should I... Okay, yeah. I made it on the right layer this time. I didn't forget. I did not forget at all. Yeah, looking pretty fresh so far. Look at that. Also, although I forgot one part on the red areas. These little parts right here, they need to be colored. Oh, actually, hold on a second. I got an idea. Do you know what is the worst period is for... What the worst period is for anime viewers? Which one? Do enlighten me. What is the worst period for anime watchers? I do not know. I don't know what it is, but you're gonna have to tell me. Okay, that is way too much for a red. Shrink selected area. No, I can just do this. Expand selected area by 3. When you see him, he's watching school anime. Oh god, no! Don't even get me started on school anime. Honestly, chat, I'ma say it straight up. The majority of school anime nowadays is just the worst, dude. Especially high school anime. I hate high school anime. I don't know. Maybe it's just not for me, but I honestly I never really liked school anime, especially not high school. It's just not my cup of tea, you know? I don't know. I feel like everything that has romantic anime, okay, romantic anime is not that bad. Like romantic anime is all right when it works. When it doesn't work, then yeah, it can fail, but romantic anime is not that bad. Unlike high school anime. High school anime, on the other hand, like seriously, chat, I'm telling you all, every single time I see high school in an anime, I always avoid that anime as if it was the bubonic plague. Same thing. Well, yeah, it's the same thing, but the thing is, at the very least, those animes don't have high school in its name, you know? Because by putting high school in the name, you already gonna assume that yes, this is a fan service anime, and I don't want to see fan service anime. I just want to see a good ass anime. That's all I want to see. So personally, I am gonna just say I just don't like high school anime. Like I remember one time, chat, when I had a friend of mine who recommended me an anime, right? I was in his house and I told him, "Hey, I want to see an anime. I want to see like maybe I don't know. I want to see a horror anime. I want to see an anime. Is there even a zombie anime out there?" And then this motherfucker literally said to me, "Oh, you know what? I got the perfect anime you should watch. You should watch High School of the Dead." And I'm like, "Okay, High School of the Dead. What's it about?" "Oh, it's about these people in high school trying to survive a zombie apocalypse and whatnot." And then I look at the guy and I said, "Listen to me carefully. If I see another fucking nurse with humongously giant breasts, I'm gonna skin you alive." And guess what shows up in the second episode of the anime, chat? Exactly the description that I told him. A freaking nurse with humongously giant breasts. The moment I saw that, I said, "You know what? I'm gonna kill him." I'm gonna fucking kill him. This motherfucker, I trusted him. He was the chosen one. But no, he joined the Gooner side. He didn't win the he did not win. He did not join the like side. He's someone who you should stay away from. Oh, believe me, I already stayed away from that person like the bubonic plague the moment that they told me about that. Okay, maybe not at that time, but okay, fair enough. He was my friend, but you know, seriously, High School of the Dead. This ain't it, Chief. This ain't it. Okay, so let's continue with this yay! Let's continue with this artwork. We are almost done, by the way. Pop, 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 pop. I feel like the flames should also be... Yeah, I feel like the flames should also be golden. So that it matches the weapon motif. But yeah, seriously, that after he recommended me High School of the Dead, I literally said, motherfucker, don't ever recommend me anime ever again. Wait. What's the thing? What did you say? What did you say? Relationships must end eventually? Wait, why was it deleted by a moderator? What happened? Relationships must end eventually. I don't know why the auto moderator deleted what you said. I don't see anything wrong with that. That is, I don't know. Mods are being mega stupid lately. I don't know why. Yeah, I just read their chat, but it's nothing offensive. It's just auto moderator being stupid. I mean, with that person. Yeah. I agree. He doesn't have the best choices when it comes to anime recommendations. And believe you me, chat. Believe you me, I have heard far worse recommendations than him. If somebody recommends you an anime called Boku, run. Don't think about it twice. Run. And not to be confused with Boku no Hero Academia, which is My Hero Academia. If somebody recommends you an anime and starts with Boku, motherfucker, run away. Run away from that person as far as humanly possible. I mean it. For the sake of your own good. Just fucking run, dude. Absolutely fucking run. Thank God. At least we agree on something. All right. Let's see. Now we go with the yellow color, which is this one right here. All right. Let's see. How can I draw in here without having to? Oh, I know. Line art. Select everything outside, then shift, and now I draw everything on the inside. That's right. And now I do not have to worry about getting out of the lines because I can always just do this. Oh shit, that's right. Oh, right, and I can always just move the color just like so. It's that simple, chat. It's literally just that simple. Okay, Loki, this looks tough. Holy shit. Okay, I cooked. Oh my god, chat, I actually cooked. Yo, that looks cool. And now I have to do clipping masks for the line art. Line art, clipping mask. Okay, now we do this, chat. We're gonna grab the darkest color. That looks pretty good. Alright, chat. Here's what we're gonna do. This part right here. This part on the weapon itself. We are going to be grabbing this brush. That looks so unbelievably cool, chat. But we gotta be careful because we don't want to ruin the entire weapon. There we go. I really hope Kenji sees this weapon because it looks hella fucking cool. Okay, the flames over here. And then these parts over here. It looks perfect. Hell yeah. Like the purpose the purpose why I'm doing this is that the weapons itself the weapons that I'm doing have to look like the VTuber in question. And this actually looks like Kenji. The weapon literally looks like the freaking VTuber. You know what I'm gonna do after this, chat? I'm gonna post this weapon in the Kenji subreddit in hopes that he can see it. I don't have to paint these ones because that's gonna be the ball bearings of the weapon itself. So yeah. All right, let's go. Let's go to the other side and do the same here. Whee! There we go. Low-key, I actually have fun making art. It's the best feeling in the world. This is what you should do. Yeah, I mean, the weapon should look like the freaking VTuber. That's the reason why I'm doing this. If the weapon itself does not look like the VTuber in question, then I'm already failing as an artist. Hey, I failed last year. I failed as a VTuber, but that doesn't mean I have to fail as an artist too. You know. And the reason why I say I failed as a VTuber is because, you know, I feel like I could have done more. I feel like I could have done better. And the reason why I haven't been posting any shorts was literally because of procrastination, which is the worst thing that anybody can do. Procrastination is the worst. Okay, chat. What do you guys think? How does it look? I don't think you could become a great painter. Yeah, why not? I mean, there's always room for improvement. So, yeah. Okay, we got the lines already done and we got parts of the gold. Now, I feel that the spikes themselves should also be. Actually, no, I think that the spikes themselves are, yeah, the spikes are fine for the most part. I feel like that's perfect for its weapon. However, I feel like there's something else I should do. I did the opposite. You will become a perfect painter. Here's the thing, chat. There's no such thing as perfection. You know, nobody can be perfect in life, you know? I can always be better, but never perfect. That's the difference. I'm gonna place these here, and I'm gonna have to call this one shine. So I'm gonna have this white color right here, and I'm gonna start putting the shine on it so that it's actually. Okay, place these ones here. And this line should be deleted. Then this one here, this one here, this one here. It's wonderful. Listen, perfection exists when you know you can't be perfect. You know what? You might be onto something. You might be right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, chat. How is it looking so far? How does it look? Because we're still not done, chat. We are still not done here. Let me get the darker tone for red. There it is. Looks really cool. You guys like it? Nice. All right. That means I'm doing a good ass job as an artist then. All right. Place these colors right here so that it is actually. There we go. There we go. This is nice, chat. This is I really love doing this. Now, here's what I'm gonna do, chat. You see this brown color, right? Check this out. You guys are gonna see a life hack. So we're gonna go here, and we're gonna make another layer called brown 2. And then we're gonna go to the brown layer, select all of it, and then we are going to do this. You see this? Next, now that we have this entire color, we are gonna Control D and make it smaller. Boom! Look at that! That's cool! Alright, and now we're gonna do the same exact shit for the other layer. Control. Yeah, we're gonna use this one. Yeah, this works. Boom! Just like that, chat. We have the hair. And then we're gonna go for gold 2. Gold 2. And then for gold 2, we have the color palette here. To give you an example, I have a friend who loves a girl and wants her to be perfect. I told him that perfection doesn't exist and he was certain she never would be. After a while, he told me that when he put that idea in his mind, he started to see her as perfect. Well, here's the thing, Chad. Again, like, it's true that perfection itself doesn't exist, but, you know, when it comes to perfection itself, like, nobody's perfect, but when it comes to imperfections, it's usually those imperfections that make us perfect, you know? It's usually that. It's those imperfections that make us perfect. But hey, that's just me. Don't quote me on that one. All right, chat. I think we got it. I think we got it. Oh wait, there's one more thing we need to check. Blue 2. Next, I go here. This is the reason why I say that this part is my favorite when it comes to drawing, just adding colors and shit. Oh shit. Hold on a second. There we go. There we go, chat. All right, chat. Did I cook or did I cook? Did I cook or did I cook, chat? Here is another one of the weapons that I have done before for comparison. This was the nano weapon. This is the Kenji weapon. I present to you, chat, the Kenji staff. Low-key, that actually looks fucking cool. I think I cook with this one. The freaking Kenji staff. That looks sick. Yo. Alright, let's save before I lose progress. I don't want anything unfortunate to happen to me. Kenji weapon. Look at this, chat. DJ, you can play the music. Assuming the music even... Oh, it's just... Yeah. You can play the music, DJ. It's okay. Oh, it's just YouTube being stupid again? Okay. Yeah, I see. I can see why. YouTube can be stupid sometimes. Oh, there we go. Well, chat, we did it. We have done the Kenji staff. And honestly, yeah, I think I cooked with this one, chat. Like, what I really like about all of this is that we turned all of this reference, like we turned all of this into this. That looks fucking cool. I'm not gonna lie. I should do this more often, chat. I should really do this more often on Friday nights. So, chat, I know this is extremely... Well, I mean, it's not an early stream, but... This concludes tonight's Friday night... Well, it's not Friday night stream yet, but this concludes tonight's stream where we make VTubers as weapons. And so part 1 was Nano, as you guys can see. Part 2 was Kenji. Although I feel like Kenji should be... Let's see. Yeah, I feel Kenji should be closer to the camera here. Yeah, there we go. And now we begin the lag. Bummer. Yeah, I have to wait for a huge ass loading screen. Simply because... Oh, there we go. So yeah, chat. Last time we had Nano, and now we have Kenji. Nano, Kenji. So yeah, that was part 2, chat. That was part 2 of turning VTubers into weapons. And then the mood board, I'm gonna have to save. But do not go anywhere, chat, because I'm pretty sure you guys know what time it is. Let me go to my settings real quick. So yeah, chat. I'm really glad you guys got to see the artwork from beginning to end. Honestly, I gotta admit, I really had a lot of fun with this one. It was a little tricky to do Kenji's weapon, but regardless, I enjoyed it. I think it turned out pretty cool. But before we end tonight's stream, Nano's is great too. Oh yeah, the nano weapon got a lot of love from Twitter the other couple days. Let's see. I want to see if Kenji gets the same love, you know? But, chat, do not go anywhere because I'm pretty sure you guys know what time it is. It's time for Rate a Streamer, where we rate a streamer at the end of each stream. Now let's see. Who shall be my raid victim? Let us see. Let us see. Let me see, where do I blast you guys towards? Where to blast you guys? Where to blast you guys? So many VTubers doing art. Holy shit. I am so glad that I am not the only VTuber doing art. Like, I'm glad, Chad. I'm glad I am not the only artiste. The only VTuber artiste around here, you know? There's other people equally, if not more skilled than I when it comes to their artworks. I'm trying to find someone to do a raid. Let's see. Someone who needs a lot of love. I mean, all of them deserve it, but we need to find somebody. Wait, I have a question. Is Phil Tomato online? I don't think he is. No, Phil is not online, unfortunately. Unfortunate. That's fine. You're the only one for me? I doubt it. There's a lot of other VTubers doing art currently, and there's just so many to choose from. I don't even know where to start. I want to raid one of them, but I don't exactly know which one to raid. Winky faces. I see what you did there. Thanks for the support though, but I'm pretty sure there's VTubers out there that are more skilled than I when it comes to art. So yeah. Granted, I wouldn't say I'm a bad artist. I'm just saying that there's people out there that are better artists than I am. So, you know. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, chat. I am having a hard time deciding which of these lovely VTubers am I going to be rating, because yeah, I really don't know. Chat, I have a question. Real question. Do you guys like Booba? That's such a random ass question to ask. But if you guys like Booba, we can rate a VTuber who is literally drawing Booba. Yeah, we can do that. Alright, chat. That's exactly what we're gonna do. We are going to be rating a VTuber who is just so happened to draw who is just drawing right now a very thick anime girl. Not sure who the character is. Probably an OC, but let me see if we can raid first and foremost. For those of you who have my subscription, you guys can send, let's see. You don't like Booba? Ah, damn. That's a bit of a shame, because I do have a fellow VTuber that does like Booba. Unfortunately, she is not streaming at the current moment. Maybe she did stream. I don't know. Maybe she ended stream earlier. Not so sure. Copy. Okay, we already copied it. So for those of you who have my sub, you guys can send this to the VTuber that we are going to raid, assuming that we can, and we can raid. Nice. We are going to be raiding Blair VT, and I will see you guys on Monday. I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna do on Monday, and there will be a change in schedule. I am not sure exactly how it's going to be, but I will see you guys next time. Bye.